Welcome to Coast Gaming Central Podcast, episode 31. I am your host, Darren Dorsey, MK Guy, whatever you want to call me. And I have with me today, Mr. Corgan the Krogan. What's up?
This is my planet.
Okay.
I have with me Mr. Mr.
Mass Effect
Boss
fans will
Dre.
get it. Sorry.
Life, yeah.
Life. And then, of course, the cameraman, Detective Dusk. What's up?
I need more time off, man. Too much work.
He's a very observant man.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like Dr. Robotnik's father or something.
Mm-hmm.
We are here, episode 31. All of our listeners, welcome back. All of our people that aren't listening to us, please come back. We got some news to share with you real quick before we get going into the podcast here.
Breaking news. Kind of breaking.
Nope, not that news yet. We got to take care of ourselves first. Yeah.
Okay.
So, first things first. As you know,
Corgan.
you can watch our
Sorry.
You can watch our podcast on YouTube every
Woohoo!
week. It'll always be there.
Woohoo!
But
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. But there's more now. Now
Oh.
we are on Google Play
Woohoo!
on Android, and actually you can get that on iPhone as well.
Woohoo!
We are on TuneIn. We are also on Stitcher.
Stitcher,
Yep. And are we on SoundCloud? Right?
I don't think so. Are we?
No to SoundCloud, right? Okay.
We did.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Okay, we're on SoundCloud. Okay, we're on SoundCloud. Yes.
We are on it.
And we are working on the iTunes thing still. It's coming. It'll be there soon.
I hate those people, man. God.
iTunes is kind of difficult, but we'll get there. To be fair, if you used to subscribe to us and you never unsubscribed, you could probably get our episodes on there right now.
Damn, I.
How about that?
But if you want to be a new subscriber, well, give us a little bit of time. We'll get back to you. So, yes. So,
Damn you,
there you go.
iTunes. Damn you, Apple. Damn.
Yes, if you are an iPhone owner and you want to listen to us as a podcast and on YouTube, you can.
Have it started up online. Start a position. Get us on it.
Yeah. Start the coast to coast petition.
Yep.
No, you can still go on Stitcher, TuneIn, or even download the Google Play app on your iPhone, and you can still listen to us that way. Or, of course, you can go on SoundCloud or, of course, YouTube, and you'll be all good to go there. So keep that in mind. But either way, that's where we're at now. So let's keep up the good work. Also, you'll be able to find us on N4G as well during the week. So if you go on N4G and click on us, you can give you a direct link to our podcast as well.
News for gamers.
News for gamers. Well,
Yay!
so now I got all that house
Mostly
cleaning crap
Sony
out the
gamers.
way. Yeah, really. Yeah. Let's move on into the first little bit of news that actually just broke today. We're recording this on February 26th, Sunday, and this news just came out. So, one of the 2014 games of the year, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. Or is it Shadow of Mordor, Middle-earth?
I can't remember.
One of those. The Lord of the Rings game everybody loves. There you go. It's Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. Okay. Anyway, The sequel of the game was leaked by a retailer, and not just some Australian retailer. No, by Target. Right here.
Boom.
Target.
Woo-hoo!
One of the biggest retailers in the country, which all but confirms that this shit is real. So, let's go on into it. And of course, it was spotted by a NeoGAF user.
Got eyes like hawks over there.
They really do. That's the neighborhood watch.
Yep.
The sequel is titled Middle-earth: Shadow of War and will supposedly be released on August 22nd. I didn't even know they had a release date, too. That's pretty... according to the listing here, which has since been removed, of course, because Target realized they fucked up. The sequel will bring back Shadow of Mordor's acclaimed Nemesis system. The Monolith Productions once again handling development duties. Um, According to a Kotaku report, Shadow of War will continue the story of Talon and Stella Brimbor. I'm probably butchering those names, but whatever.
You're going to have so many angry token fanboys on you now.
Probably. We'll be all right. Who are now working... Hey, if correct me, please, in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Who are now working to forge their own ring of power to take on Styrion. The listing also mentions a $100 US dollars gold edition, which includes 2 Nemesis expansions, 2 story expansions, and a gold war chest. The Nemesis expansions will include a new orc tribe, enemies, missions, and more, while the story expansions will introduce a new campaign and playable character. So there you go. And then, people have reached out. IGN is where I got this from. They reached out to Warner Bros. For a comment, and we'll update this article when they hear back. So,
little fun fact: Warner Brothers, they actually were teasing that they were gonna announce something on March 8th. So most people assumed it was gonna be a new Batman game, but with this coming out, I wonder if this was what it was supposed to be.
I doubt it will be a new Batman game, strictly because, they're promoting Injustice, and that's a DC game already as it is.
Yeah, so, but that Batman money, can't say no to it.
That's true. I wonder if they're gonna have a new because since Rocksteady's done with it, I wonder who they're gonna have do that.
They're probably there are rumors going around that the team who made Origins was apparently going to be making like a Damian Wayne game of some sort, but all rumors, speculation, nothing set in stone. All that fun stuff.
Okay. Well,
either way, it's just funny how all this came out with that literally right around the corner coming up. So, wonder if WB's real pissed and still gonna just. I guess that's when they're gonna show the first trailer for it.
Probably. I wouldn't be. By the time you're hearing this, I wouldn't be surprised if there's already a trailer out. They just say,
"Yeah,
let's do it." Mm-hmm. I forgot what other game that happened to, where they leaked it and then they just put the trailer out.
Yeah, it's happened a few times for a few games, but usually it's from some foreign retailer who doesn't know any better. Not Target in America. That's interesting.
That's very interesting. But if you go look at the article whenever you can, they even have like the cover art for the game and everything. So,
Granted, I will say that cover art looked a little suspicious. In my opinion, it didn't look very, finalized. I guess I don't know. It didn't look finished, so that might change.
Like a placeholder.
The rest of it, it looked very placeholder. But the rest of
it definitely sounds like legitimate. Yeah. There's no way that like a leak would just put out like all the names and all the
pre-order bonuses and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
So. August 22nd, which also, a concrete date like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you go. I will say this though, it points out the, sort of what they did with, what Bethesda did with Fallout. Like a lot of these companies are just announcing games and releasing it months later now. Which is kind of cool. Really, if you think about it, like even with like, what's a good one? On the Switch, for instance, like that Bomberman game, like I know it's a smaller title, but they announced it in January and it's coming out in March. So
I know. I personally prefer to know a little ahead of time myself, anyway, because I like to plan out my game purchases. But
March to August is like 5 months, so that's it's kind of
but still.
Yeah, it's different for like Horizon. We knew that game was coming out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But so we'll see. But overall, pretty cool.
And this way, I know that The Last of Us is in production because they announced it. All right, I'll stop. Go ahead, continue. I will get on to my tangent.
Of course. Anyway, so that's one major hitter coming out this fall already. I mean, keep in mind another game currently slated to come out this fall is like Red Dead Redemption 2. So already the fall is looking pretty.
Yeah,
And not
Red
to mention,
Dead.
and then on the Nintendo side, Super Mario Odyssey. And so I mean, there's already three major titles already slated for the fall, and we don't even
Yep.
know and we still don't know what major Microsoft and PlayStation exclusives are coming out this fall. Microsoft still says the Scorpio's coming out this fall.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's
I
gonna
bet they're
be
gonna try and launch with Halo.
probably or
Halo
something big.
6. I bet. Yeah.
It's gonna. I personally, I don't think it's gonna be just one game. Like even it might be like a big Halo game, but then also they might just get Crackdown just out the door, just be done with it, so I don't
Yeah.
hear about it no more.
Hmm.
But either way, this fall is really shaping. And that's and who knows if Detroit Become Human comes out this year. I hope it does.
Yep.
And those kind of games. So I mean,
I have a feeling
if you
Days
thought
Gone's gonna come out this year too,
yeah.
possibly.
So I mean, if you I mean
Just a hunch.
Sony still has Gran Turismo coming out. I don't know when. They said sometime this year.
Mhm. Whatever
It was supposed
Polyphony's.
to come out. It was supposed to come out last holiday, then it delayed it. So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, if you thought that this year started out crazy enough, uh,
Granted, the end of the year is not gonna be able to top March in general. Let's be honest.
maybe who knows? Maybe not in the
It's not.
same month, but who knows?
I
We'll see.
yeah. All three of
We
my
will
top
see.
anticipated games come out in March, so
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. We'll see what
yeah.
happens. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, but moving on. So that was the breaking news that came out today. So now we got that out the way. Let's just do a little quick rundown um,
Hmm.
of some other news that happened this week before I let Corgan unleash on a certain game.
Oh,
Neo surpassed a million or a million copies sold this week.
well
They released
deserved.
some free DLC for it. Corgan, any updated thoughts on Neo at all? Or
Only that think I've just about beaten it. I checked my playtime. I'm at around 50 hours and 41 minutes, I think it said, or something like that. So it's definitely a pretty meaty game. And just for anyone, no, without spoiling anything, just know that the first set of credits you see isn't the end. There's a bit more after that. So for any of you that are playing through it currently, just keep that in mind. But nope, congratulations to Team Ninja. Well deserved. It's a very good game. That's it.
good for them. Good for them. Um, Another little piece of news I wanted to toss out there is that there was, and I don't know if this is for Japan only or not. I really don't know. But anyway, Dead or Alive 5 last round Cross Blaze Blue Guilty Gear crossover costumes are coming out.
Wait,
So
what?
in Dead or Alive 5, there's going to be a bunch of costumes from all the Arc
Oh,
System Works
okay.
games. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, no, yeah. At first, when I saw it, I was
I,
like, no way, they're doing a game. But
yeah.
no, those who purchase the sixth season pass of the game will get them without additional.
Season passes. They don't even have any characters usually in these season passes.
Yeah,
These are just costumes.
nope, there's 16. There's going to be 16 costumes from Blaze Blue Central Fiction,
Oh
Guilty
my
Gear,
god.
and Guilty Gear the re-release one that they did. So
Like, I love Dead or Alive as much as the next guy, but that's just too much.
so go and check that out. They're still supporting that game. I still hold near and dear to my heart that Dead or Alive 5 with all the DLC will be ported on the Switch by the end of the year. Um,
Sure
I just don't
thing.
see how they don't do it. Why not? It's just another console you can put the game on that
Yeah,
you
maybe.
appear to just be supporting forever and ever. Um, let's see here. GameStop will be selling physical copies of Horizon Zero Dawn early.
Well, god
So
dang it! Now I should have pre-ordered from there.
yeah, if you go to GameStop Monday night, at 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern time. 9 p.m.
well,
Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central, Monday night. You get the game at 8 o'clock. So,
oh, well, yeah, that's
so
not early
essentially,
enough to make it worth it.
just a few hours. You'd be
Hmm.
okay.
Yep.
Um, I think if I was getting that game and I was getting it physically though, that'd be pretty cool for me because I wouldn't like when I got the game, I wouldn't have to come home and like go to bed. But
Hmm.
um, it's just Sony getting those extra sales and.
Hmm.
But anyway, that's pretty cool. Halo Wars 2 came out this past week. It's getting good reviews, not like fantastic, but it's in that good range. I've been seeing a bunch
Hmm.
of sevens and eights. So if you like
Yep.
that kind of game and you got an Xbox and you like RTS games, pick it up. It's really all I can
Might
say
be
about
worth
it.
it.
I'm not
Or
really
just wait for Mass Effect.
but Mass Effect is an RTS game.
No, I know, but it's the game of the year, so yeah, just let them know. Just yeah, you're
Corgan is
welcome.
he's waiting very patiently to talk about Mass Effect. Um, Also, as we speak right now, you can download and play the Ghost Recon Wildlands open beta. I've played it on the Xbox One. It's actually pretty fun, actually. It almost reminds me of, in a way, it's almost like the Division with cars. That's what it feels like, to be honest.
Mm.
um, you know, not gonna pick it up. It was fun to play. It's fun to play in the beta, but I mean, it just comes out at a super bad time for me and probably a lot of people.
Yep.
So I mean, it comes out March 7th. So put that in context. Horizon comes out February 28th. Zelda comes out March 3rd. That's not even including a system launching March 3rd with a bunch of games, and then
Not to
not a
mention
bunch of
Nier
games.
Automata also comes out early March as
Nier
well.
comes out March 7th as well, actually, that same day.
Yeah.
Nier
And
comes out
granted,
that
while
same
that's
day.
not a
And then, yeah.
super backed game, it's still a PlayStation
I mean, I
exclusive,
would
so
say,
all
yeah, I
the
would say
PlayStation fanboys will be out to
pick it
that.
up. Yeah, I mean, I would say
Over.
Ghost Recon probably holds a bit more weight than Nier, but those PlayStation exclusives, man, never count them out. Sometimes they might fall short, but sometimes they just out of the blue.
I
The
mean, I
best
don't think
example would be
anyone saw Neo Neo
no.
freaking kicking past
You know
a
what?
million in just a few weeks.
A little bit off topic, but you know what Neo reminds me of? It reminds me of when Nino Kuni came out on PS3. That was like a random game that came out in January that had like no name
Hmm.
to it, and it sold like a million copies on PS3.
Yeah,
Kind of remind. And now
yeah,
they got Nino Kuni 2 coming out, which
it's the
actually that's
same
another game that's
situation.
supposed to come out this fall.
Hmm.
How about that? Jesus,
Yep.
forgot about that game, and I love the first game. That's crazy.
Mm.
Um, but this year's gonna be crazy for games. But anyway, yeah. And then I honestly don't remember if we touched on this last week or not, so I'm going to say it again. The Crash Bandicoot trilogy comes
Oh, we
out
did.
June 30th. We did?
Yeah,
Okay. We'll update on that. May or may not be a PS4 exclusive. Might be a timed exclusive.
it's got to be timed. Still owned by
Yeah.
Activision. They're gonna put it
Activision
on as
said,
much as
nope, we're
possible,
going to put that everywhere.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Try to get as many
Honestly, that
people as
game,
possible to play it.
I really feel like if Sly 4 had been everywhere, we'd already have a Sly 5. Throw that out there.
Hmm.
But
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, but
we'll have a better shot at it.
it would have a better shot. That's true.
Sly 4 was a really good game.
It was, except for that last boss.
Yeah. You know what? I
Everything
played
else
like
is
half of that game on my Vita.
yeah, no, it ran great on the Vita.
Oh,
And ran even better on the PS3.
yeah. Good
But
times. Good
yep,
times.
that was a good game.
And then, just because I think this is a funny piece of news, uh, Konami launches their first game in Las Vegas.
Huh?
Konami finally launched a casino game in Las Vegas. So if you wonder what Konami's doing with that Metal Gear money,
Yay.
yep, it's called Frogger Get Hoppin'. It's a skill-based casino game inside the MGM Grand's Level Up Entertainment Lounge in
Just
Las
move
Vegas.
along. No one's
There you
interested.
go.
Move along.
In case you're wondering what Konami's doing, they're also making that Bomberman. So they please a portion of their fans, but they still say "F you" to most of their fans. So there you go.
And Metal Gear Survive. Let's not forget that.
I really haven't heard about that game since they announced it.
They have not said a peep about that game since they announced it.
Maybe they saw the backlash and decided to keep it quiet.
Yep.
We'll
I
just
don't think
ease it
we're
out
gonna
one
hear about
day.
that game until like it's literally like a month out. I bet.
One day you're just gonna check the upcoming PlayStation releases, and you're gonna see that game there for pre-order.
Just gonna
Um,
drop out of nowhere.
that might be the best option for them. So with that being said, Corgan, I know you're excited.
Yep. You want me to
You know
start?
this is our last episode of February. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? We're
The
about to head
last
into a very
episode before we will have both Horizon and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in our hands.
that is
I
true.
decided, by the way, folks, I told you all, I think I mentioned in one of the podcasts that I wasn't planning on getting a Switch until June or so. I have decided it's probably going to be at the very earliest at the end of the year, possibly with that Super Mario Odyssey, because I'm going to be picking up Zelda on the Wii U. So,
don't worry, I'll still try to talk them into it.
It's not going to happen.
I'll try.
Mario
Or how
Odyssey is
about
your only hope for
come
this
on,
year.
let's start that Kickstarter. We'll get Corgan a Switch.
I'll take it for free, yeah. But anyway, so Mass Effect. There's been quite a few trailers dropping over the last couple weeks.
Buckle in, everybody.
I won't go too long. I'll keep it briefish. But anyway, there was a trailer that released this week that kind of sounded like it was about the characters, like your squad mates, a bit more in depth. I didn't watch that one, just so everyone knows, because I don't want any possible story spoilers of any sort. So, didn't watch that one. So if you watch that one, cool, but don't expect an analysis on that. The one I'm talking about is more about the combat weapons and skills trailer. 'Cause there's definitely a few things in there that definitely caught my eye quite a bit. Starting with I guess probably the jetpack actually is the first thing that's definitely caught my eye. Um, it kind of definitely promotes a very much more active approach to combat than we're used to in Mass Effect. Like, as much as I like the first three games, you pretty much were stuck on the ground and, as you pop up, shoot guys, pop back down. Very Gears of War-esque. But in the combat trailer, with the jetpack, they were showing the guy like strafing in the air and stuff like that, and yeah, just overall, just a much more faster movement, which I did not expect. So, looking forward to that. Let's see. They also talked a little bit about like some of the weapon customization. Like apparently you have to like craft weapons in this one. That's also very different, and naming weapons and stuff. And let's see. I'm trying to just keep it brief because I'm the only smart one in this podcast that actually plays Mass Effect. So
Hey, I
not
played
counting
Mass
money.
Effect 3 on the. I played Mass Effect 3 on
He
the
didn't give
Wii U.
it what we like to call a legit shot. All right, so
I played it on the Wii U.
quiet my time. So anyway,
Shut down.
They also talked about how apparently, like, I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around it. So if someone has a better idea of the system, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. But about the classes, it doesn't sound like you're really like nailed down to one class in this game like you have been in the previous ones. Usually you choose, if you're a soldier or, a biotic or engineer or any of that before you get going in the game. In this one, apparently you can kind of switch between all of the different classes more or less whenever you feel like. So that's a little interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to work as far as game balancing goes, but nonetheless, very interested. And yeah, they just showed it's a decently long trailer. It's about 5 minutes and 30 seconds long. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, if you want to check it out, definitely well worth it. They showed a few new powers, like the biotics. Now you can like grab people and actually throw people at other enemies and stuff. So that looked like a lot of fun. Uh, they showed like the biotic shield and all that fun stuff. So yeah, Mass Effect. Gotta be great. That's all I got. You can move on now with the
Okay,
other
so
stuff.
I want to ask you just a couple questions. Me being a Mass
Okay.
Effect outsider and
Alright.
only playing Mass Effect 3 on Wii U and playing through that comic book to get me through the story of the first two games.
Mhm.
So, and
Not the way to do it for anyone
if
listening.
nobody knows about that comic book, well, you're probably never
Yep.
going to know it because the Wii U is done with production.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so, with that being said, I do not need to have played, even though I'm familiar with the universe thanks to that comic book. I
Yeah.
do not have to play the original three games to play this game. It's a completely
No, you
different
don't. No.
universe, right?
It's
For the most part.
yeah, I mean technically like the bottom line of the game is pretty much all the races from the first game are moving to the Andromeda cluster to try and establish new colonies for life and everything like that. And they even have a name for it. It's called the Andromeda Initiative. So that all started sometime during the second game. So yeah,
Okay.
and they go through the galaxy, and everyone's in pretty much like cryostasis until they all wake up in the Andromeda galaxy. So
Gotcha. So
by
to your
then,
knowledge, it's
like
gonna be
500 years have passed, essentially, at least since
so
the events
essentially
of
like
the original
the
trilogy.
best way I can like describe it would be like for like all those new fans that saw like The Force Awakens, like you'll be able to watch it and you'll be able to
Yeah,
understand everything, but there'll be some throwbacks to like the
there
original.
will be something. In fact, um, I believe it was Greg Miller on Kind of Funny. He like they had a press event recently too, where a lot of press got to play the game, and
Yeah.
he said, I believe it was him who said, I might be wrong, so if it wasn't you, Greg, if you ever watched and listened to this, sorry about that, but
I'm gonna tweet
uh,
it to him.
yeah, yeah, but I believe he said during like your character customization that they ask you if your Shepard, who was your custom character in the original trilogy, they ask if your Shepard was male or female,
Hmm.
apparently. So that's definitely caught me as a little interesting since obviously you're not imparting any of your saves from the old trilogy since this one takes place in a whole different galaxy. But
Yeah, the only way they could do that would be on PC. But
yeah, and even then, it still wouldn't. I mean, like 500 years have passed pretty much since the original
yeah.
trilogy in this game, so
You know
it
what
kind of
though?
just
I thought about it. They could actually the only thing that's probably holding them back from doing something with your old saves is actually the PlayStation. When I think about it. Because on PC, you can take your old saves. Xbox One, the games are backwards compatible, so you can take your saves.
yeah.
So
But
it's
they
just
also
it's a
ran
weird
into
thing.
that same kind of issue with like Inquisition. They did have a way for Dragon Age Inquisition. They did have a way to transfer your content over to Dragon Age Inquisition, though.
Was it a server thing? I'm guessing they did.
It
Like I
was
know, like
like they
GTA.
had like this Dragon Age keep thing where people pretty much
Gotcha.
like went there and kind of implanted all their big decisions throughout the first two Dragon Age games for Inquisition. So they could have done something like that if they really wanted to for Mass Effect. I think the reason they didn't is just because, for one, also a lot of the team members that are working on this Mass Effect actually are not from the original team
Hmm.
that made the original trilogy. In fact, all that team, they've all been working on BioWare's mysterious new IP that they have not shed
Hmm.
any light really on. So that's not to say that nobody from the old trilogy worked on this one. They still have quite a few, like a lot of the veterans from that old series working on
Okay.
this one. And it's not like this team has no experience because they worked
Like
on
we'll have Andy
on
over
the
here.
multiplayer of Mass Effect 3 actually. So
That, and
they
I'm
have
pretty sure they're all in the
experience.
same. They're all in the same building too. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. So no, I'm not trying to make people scared that it's not the Mass Effect they know and love. From what I've seen of the gameplay, it definitely looks like the Mass Effect we all know and love. And it's got a
okay.
Krogan in it. I mean, what more could you ask for? Like, they're the coolest race in the galaxy.
Yep,
Like,
Corgan's in a
that's all you
video
need to
game.
know. Uh-huh. So, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that because I know a lot of people are quite excited for Mass Effect, just like me, along with
Oh
the other
yeah.
games coming out in March and the end of February. So, next topic.
Good time to be a gamer. Real quick, I just wanted to point out something that I read online that one of the developers of the game is like, yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda, like those relationships are basically softcore porn. So there you go.
They did say there's some good banging, I believe the quote was.
Yep, there's some good.
So, good old BioWare.
Well, we've reached a point in video games where they're pretty much our movies now. So there you go.
Hmm.
And if you could do it in a rated R movie, you could do it in an M-rated game, essentially.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
there you go. So if you got kids, maybe watch when you play.
Shoo them out the door. Yep.
Well, um, we're gone from the days of just mashing circle with Kratos until he goes, "Ah!"
Yes.
You get all
Good
that XP.
times. Yep.
Yep. Moving on here. Obviously, this is regardless of if you're a fan of Nintendo or not. Anytime new hardware releases, it's an exciting time for the industry. Um, and by the time this episode drops, the Switch will be coming out this week. So this is our last episode before the Switch is out. So with that being said,
More importantly, Zelda comes out. But continue. Oops.
yes, Zelda is releasing. But, most people need a Switch to play Zelda.
Scrubs.
um, yep, yep. Corgan's, living the dream on that Wii U right now. I don't blame him. If I had a Wii U,
Yep.
I'd probably be doing the same thing. But I don't, so give him a Switch.
So Switch it is.
Because I don't see why I would go the other way with it. But
Understand.
so with that being said, let's just really quickly just have just a quick overview about the Switch. Now, the plan is for at least one of us, between me and Boost, that have a Switch, to be able to talk about it a little bit. But neither one of us got a pre-order, so we're playing a little game of chance. So we'll see what happens by the time we record next episode.
Rest assured, you will have Zelda impressions.
Yeah, I
One way or
mean,
another.
it sounds like my personal situation sounds like I got a good shot at getting one. We'll see.
I sort of came to a
Boost.
conclusion as to whereas if I don't get one, I'll just wait for the second batch and call it a day. Because
That
I ain't
too.
trying to
I
kill
mean,
myself.
essentially, that's what's going to happen if I don't get one. If I don't get it, I have to wait for the second batch. But who knows? Maybe they'll be fast about it, like Sony was with the PS4. Because I think the PS4 they had another batch in like a month later or something like that.
I'm sure they're gonna try to fire those things out as fast as possible. I'm
They have to,
not.
because
I'm
it's so
expecting
good.
the complete opposite,
I mean,
essentially, of
they would have to
the
like.
Nintendo Classic situation.
They would have to due to the hype. If the hype dies down, then they can't get no
Yeah, that's
sale.
the thing.
They
Like
want
you
to ride
can't.
that hype train as much as they
Yup.
can. So
Yeah, Nintendo. Like if they can come out the
And they
gate,
needed it too.
if they can
they
come out
really
the
do.
gate by E3, if they can have like 3-4 million of those things out there, that's they'll be in good shape.
Mhm.
So if they say that they're sending out 2 million and those are all going to be gone, I mean that's half the battle. We got to see if they can continue that. Continue that. That's the
Fun
hardest part for
fact:
Nintendo. Continuing that.
I checked the how many times that Mario Odyssey trailer has been viewed. It is now over 14 million. So that is more than Nintendo Wii U sold. So just to
Yeah,
give
I
you
mean,
perspective there
I really
on
think
how
when
much they
Mario
need this
comes
thing
out,
to
I think when
go.
Mario comes out, they're gonna make that a bundle. Or if they don't make it a bundle, they'll make Zelda a bundle by then. And
Yeah.
but like, I really think the Switch is gonna clean house this holiday season. The only way it doesn't, I really feel like, is if the Scorpio is something that blows people's minds like the 360 did. Because But
We'll have to see.
but even then, like the price, but then the pricing of it will be important too. But that Mario
Yeah,
game,
and that's
man,
probably the biggest problem with the Switch right now is just the pricing of it all.
yeah,
To be completely honest.
yeah, the
But
pricing of, and it's not even the console itself. It's just like when you start
yeah,
factoring in the
all the
Pro
stuff.
controller and
You're
stuff.
gonna be spending well over $400 if you get a Switch
Yeah, I
right
mean,
right now.
if you just get a game and a Pro controller, you're already looking at over
Hmm.
400.
Yep.
So, but we'll get into all that in a sec. So anyway, Switch comes out on March 3rd, which is a Friday. So assuming all goes well, definitely have Switch impressions for you along with Zelda. Corgan, are you getting Zelda on Wii U at launch, or are you getting it later?
I decided I am, and I'm just gonna accept death of my
Okay,
social life.
perfect,
So I'm
perfect.
gonna have
Okay,
to try
so
and get through Horizon, Zelda, and Mass Effect pretty much around the same times. So
awesome.
have faith on me,
So
folks.
either Corgan's going to be a one-man show next week talking about all this stuff, or
Yep.
uh, or I get a Switch and we can go over that. And pretty much I'm laying out the groundwork for next week's episode, so you can come back and look forward to that. Um, some Horizon impressions, some Zelda impressions, and hopefully Nintendo Switch overview impressions from us. So, and
Mhm.
whatever else. I mean, just to toss this in there too, Nintendo announced I think tomorrow on March or on February 26th. They're doing a whole event just to talk about like all the indie games that got coming to the Switch, not necessarily at launch, but just down the road too.
Is it
So
a
of course
Nintendo Direct?
it's
Directly? Do you?
they pretty much called it. It's pretty much a direct without calling it a direct. They said like
Oh.
Nintendo with the indies, like Nintendies or some stupid shit like that.
Nintendo Independent Event. I'll stop.
Yeah, but yeah. So of course they wait till the week the damn system comes out to start having information blowout on games. Because what?
Mhm.
I mean, what else would Nintendo do?
Yep.
Um, but anyway, so we'll probably have some overview of that stuff next week too. So just heads up. But first things first, your boy Boostin, your boy MK here needs to. One of us has to get one, or otherwise we're gonna have to go to Plan B. So
Mhm.
anyway,
Rob
with that
somebody
being
here.
said, rob somebody.
I don't know
We
what's
here,
plan B.
we here at Coast to Coast Gaming Central do not endorse
Well, remember if you
stealing
steal a Switch,
systems from
well,
folks.
remember if you steal a Switch, the Nintendo police will come and take it back like they did to that one guy.
They will. Yep.
Yeah,
What a fool.
good
Thought he
stuff.
could play Switch early. What do you think this is? He's not IGN. He's not GameSpot.
So let's get the bad news out the way first. Nintendo Switch will not have Virtual Console at launch. So if
Womp,
you
womp,
thought you were going to
womp,
play that
womp,
Super
Wah,
Mario World,
wah, wah.
think again.
Let's be honest.
Um,
If you're getting a Switch, you're getting it for Zelda. It is the Zelda machine for the first half of the year, essentially.
that's true. Well, yeah, it depends on if you like
Yeah,
Splatoon
you
or
got
not.
Mario Kart. I get it. But let's be honest. You're not
Yeah.
getting a Switch if you ain't getting Zelda.
Hey,
Period.
some of those um, esports Splatoon 2 people.
All right, calm down. Like I said, for the first half of the year, you know,
Yeah.
primarily it's Zelda that's going to be carrying it.
No, of course.
Hmm.
It is nice that
Not
they do
nothing
have a
against
little.
Splatoon and everything like that. I'm sure Splatoon will have its little audience. You know, that'll be cute. But you know, Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda is the way to go there. Um, Now the system only comes with 32 gigs internally. You can get a micro SD card and upgrade it up to 2 terabytes. For now, they said when more comes available, you can upgrade it to 3 terabytes, 4 terabytes, whatever. So there you go. If you plan on getting Dragon Quest Heroes not digitally on the Switch, you need an SD card right away because the game is 33 gigs and you only have 32 gigs. So there you go.
That is
Um,
ridiculous.
so I mean, I will say this about them: I get SD cards are cheap, but with the Switch being able to run from what I've been noticing, they're able to get some more modern games on there compared to Wii U. The modern
Yeah,
game isn't less than like 30 gigs most of the time. So
yeah. They
um,
could have at least given you like 200 gigs or something.
yeah,
At
shit,
least
even
something.
60, like the old PS3, something.
Yeah.
But
A little more than 32, but
to be fair, I was at GameStop earlier today, and I saw if you want an additional 32 gigs, you can get that for $10.
There you go.
So,
congratulations.
I mean, if it's that big of a deal to you, micro SD cards are pretty cheap. So at least I will say they didn't fuck people over like Sony did.
They didn't pull a Sony, yes.
Yeah.
They were one step away from nastiness, but they
so good.
Quickly course corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Vita.
You got that going for you. Inside the box, there's two switches coming. Of course, you got the gray one, and you got the red and the blue one. You get your Switch, the tablet, you get the left Joy-Con, the right Joy-Con, you get the controller dock that you can slide the controller. I think they call it the power grip, controller grip, whatever.
I've heard the dog face grip.
Yeah, the dog face grip. Yeah, you get that. You get the little
which doesn't charge your controllers. Fun fact.
Yeah, no. The only way to charge your controllers
is really stupid. What the hell?
You can buy one that does it for $30.
Right. It should have been the one included. Why would you include a useless one?
The way to charge your Joy-Con is to have it put into the actual Switch tablet itself, and then while it's docked, it charges. So.
Yep. That's nasty.
And they say fully charged, the controller's good 20 hours.
Yeah. So, but still.
Yeah, I know.
A little nasty. Now, because now, like, think about the people that don't really want to use that as a handheld. Now, all of a sudden, whenever those 20 hours are up on those things, they gotta slap it on in there, and no Zelda for you for a little while. Sorry.
Yeah. So that Pro controller comes in that extra $70. They probably figure you only get one. They probably figure most people budget for 2 games, but since there's only one really worth buying, you can just get the controller. All right.
We can overcharge for this controller. All right.
Yep.
Smart thinking. I see what you're doing, Nintendo. You sly dogs, you.
Get them accessories out the way now, so then when they drop that Mario Party 11, everybody's gonna have a bunch of controllers.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what comes in the box. It costs $300. You probably already know all this stuff. Real quick, and this might change because they seem to be changing it every day the closer we get. But here is the current launch lineup. Yeah.
Hold your breath.
There's some articles online, by the way, that are completely I'm just putting it out there. There's some articles online that are just completely uninformed. Like, I just saw one. It's like, the Switch launch lineup is over 100 games. Like, no, it's not.
Who the hell said that?
Some Australian website. I'm not gonna throw.
You're right. We don't want to throw any mud on them. But whoever it was, get your crap together. No, there's not. There's not even 50 games at launch. There's not even 30 games at launch.
Is it 20 or 10?
I think the last I heard it was around like 8 or 10. I think.
I think with the addition of a few smaller games, I think now they've gotten. Well, I guess we'll do the count right now. Okay, so March 3rd, you got
Zelda.
Zelda, of course. 1-2 Switch. Fast RMX. Just Dance 2017. Human Resource Machine. I Am Setsuna. Little Inferno. Shovel Knight. Skylanders. Imaginators, Snipper Clips. Super Bomberman R. World of Goo.
Outstanding.
There you go. I feel like there's some other games added to that too, and I just don't see them right now.
They're good. Who knows? Maybe the Nintendo eShop will have a few stealth drops in it.
Or probably what end up happening is at this damn indie show that they're doing, they're probably gonna announce like 3 or 4 indie games are coming out day one or some shit. They'll probably end up doing that because indie games get away with that.
Yeah. And I mean, anyone that is going to be wanting something else, but Zelda.
Yeah,
You know,
I will say this: if you're a
I have a
company that's
chance.
trying to, yeah, if you're just like an indie company that's trying to put out like a smaller game on Switch at launch for anyone, like, because I'm pretty, as crazy as it may sound, I'm pretty sure there's maybe a small percentage, but there's probably a percentage of people that are picking up a Switch for shit like Mario Kart and Mario and stuff, and not Zelda,
Hmm.
which may seem crazy, but there's people out there.
Not at
And
launch.
yeah, well, yeah. Well, maybe. You never know. Some
No,
people have kids. Some people are picking
no,
up for
no
the
one's picking up a
well.
Switch without Zelda at launch.
Well, you
You
never
can
know. Maybe
quote me on that.
someone's picking it up for their kids, and their kids don't like Zelda.
No, no parent rushed out to get a pre-order of this $300 machine for what? Bomberman?
Or Skylanders.
Skyland? You can get that on the Wii U.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure some kid's birthday is in March, and that kid doesn't like Zelda. Well, I'm saying there's someone out
And
there.
that kid's not getting a Switch. Period.
What if the
He showed
parents
his
just
mom
want to
the
buy the
Mario.
system
Plus,
for them?
plus the parents will see a freaking PlayStation
Could get him.
4 not
Could get
Pro
him 1-2 Switch.
and just go. No.
Let him milk a cow.
The parents gonna see like a super cheap Xbox One or a PS4, and they're gonna choose those over the Switch. I guarantee it.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with the Switch.
Yep.
Also, just for shits and giggles, the Switch literally had one of the most famous, or Nintendo had one of the most famous people around promoting the Switch in California, and they didn't promote it, shoot a commercial or nothing. I mean, they had John Cena playing the Switch, and they didn't record a commercial or nothing. Like, do they not understand how much kids freaking love him? That's what I'm saying. If that were Sony or Microsoft, that would have been a commercial. That's what I'm saying. Nintendo, what are you doing?
They said we
Apparently you
don't
loved
need
it,
no
by the way.
star power. You got Zelda.
Yeah, apparently you loved it. So just to throw it out there, he says Zelda is amazing.
Hmm.
So there you go.
Well, I don't take
Um,
his opinion seriously, but I'm sure some people do. So, to them, congratulations.
so there you go. So Boost.
Hmm?
Do you have any? Do you have any? If you get a Switch day one, do you know what you're going to be doing with it?
Well, I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna take it out the box, right?
Hmm.
Smell the fresh, manufactured smell,
Of course.
Hmm.
Of course.
that good
Typical.
smell.
Get that good whiff.
Yep.
Oh.
Get that good whiff. Turn it on. Set it up. You asking what I'm gonna do? I don't know. I'm just playing. But when I first get it, I don't know. It's gonna be cool to have until what I really want to come out, which is the
So
Mario
you
Odyssey.
realize I'm just using this for Zelda. That is it.
Yeah,
For the whole
really
year.
enjoy it.
Boost is probably like the best cook in here, and like you know, he'll probably be beast at cooking in Zelda. Damn.
Uh,
You know what they need on the Switch? That cooking mama. They need
Hey,
on the
I'd be
Switch.
down. That'd be a great other launch title.
Oh,
it'll be cool to
no cooking mama.
actually. It'll be cool to have the Switch in terms of like how they set up, like to see how they set up that app thing with the phone. It'll be cool to see how that matches
Yeah,
together. All that
that's
stuff.
supposed to be
Oh, not
available at launch.
nice.
Yeah, that mobile app that's supposed to go along with the Switch. That's supposed to be available at launch, and nobody knows anything about it yet. Even like the people that have the console early, the app isn't in
Hmm.
the App Store yet. So there
Yep.
you go. So I would imagine they have to talk about that between now and Friday.
I
um,
don't know.
gosh, I'll tell you.
I mean,
Maybe they're just holding stuff to their chest because they've already sold out of the pre-order. So like, well, we already got this initial batch out, so now we can hold out for more information until we're about to send out the next batch.
yeah, but
I mean, I don't,
what's the upside to doing that?
I don't know. It's Nintendo.
I guess
I
they're
will give
afraid
them
that they
this
say
though.
something, someone might not like it, and say, "Oh, screw it, I don't need this thing," and
I mean, you
Cancel
would think they would
pre-order.
back off.
have. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as we're in tax season, I feel like they should be pumping those things out like crazy if they can.
Hmm.
Because I really do feel like that's the biggest reason why they rushed it out in March. Not even just for Zelda, but just because they know like people are getting like their tax refunds and stuff, and people have a little extra money, and
Mm-hmm.
buy a Switch.
Sure. Totally.
So, I think that's the thought process there. Oh,
They
and
were
just
just
um, for anyone that doesn't have a pre-order, and if you're listening to this episode, you're probably listening to it before the Switch comes out. And if you're not, well, ignore this part. But you don't have a pre-order. GameStop does say get there for the midnight launch, and you got a shot at it. Just confirmed today, Best Buy is also doing a midnight launch at more stores than they announced previously. So go on BestBuy.com and type in your zip code, and they'll tell you what stores are doing it.
oh, they have more
They
stores
said
now. Oh, let me go there right
yeah,
now.
they're adding more stores, and then also they said they are going to have extras as well after the pre-order. Target is not doing a midnight launch, but they also are going to have extras if you're there in the morning.
All right,
So
I'm gonna probably go
Nintendo is
broke.
trying to make so Nintendo is trying to make sure that all these retailers at least get a few extras, so you can try your best at it. I will say Nintendo fans are kind of crazy, but at least it is on a work day, so that gives you like a slight 2% better chance. But yeah. Um, so just a heads up, they say call a few days beforehand or maybe that morning and see because the retailers can tell you like how many extra they're gonna have. Like myself personally, the GameStop manager told me that that morning after they separate their pre-orders, he'll tell me how many switches he'll have left in terms of like how many extras they'll have, and then it's first come first serve basis. So keep that in mind. If you want one
If
that
I go
bad
to
and you
the
don't hit, then you're
if I
gonna
go to the Best Buy by me, they're gonna be like, we don't know. Just come back tomorrow. That's it.
yeah. So there you go.
Because
Hmm.
So
I've asked before about things, and it just like, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Oh, it's all done.
also, oh, I forgot. Walmart, they're open 24 hours as it is, but they're also going to start selling their consoles at midnight. So you can go there too. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we all have those local game stores that might get some, and then you can call them yourself and figure out what they're doing. So, I mean, there's going to be options. You just got to choose wisely. That's all I'm saying. Because if you go
Good
to the
luck,
wrong
folks.
place, yeah, if you go to the wrong place, chances are you're not going to get to that next place in time. So,
Gosh darn it,
um,
they don't have it available at my. I mean, no
so it
pre-order.
looks like a 8 a.m. morning for you then.
8 a.m.
What time is
Hell
Best Buy
no.
open?
10 or 11. I forgot
10.
which one.
Oh, probably 10. Anyway, so we'll see how that shakes out. I'm actually excited to see kind of like the news articles and stuff that day of people getting pissed that they don't get one. But hopefully, I'm reading that from the perspective of having one. Be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Switch is coming out. Um, good times, good times. With that being said, it's not every day, of course, that a console launches. Um, and it's not every day that a console launches with a game the quality of Zelda, which the first reviews came in, which you will see on N4G, and they were so far. There's two of them actually. I didn't know if you saw this or not, but another company came through with another review. I didn't see who it was, but apparently it's the highest rating they've ever gave a game. And then Edge magazine gave it a 10. So it's not every day that a console launches with an amazing game like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo could say they've done it twice because they did it with Mario 64. So there you go.
Sure.
And the Super Nintendo launched with Super Mario World. So I mean, they tend to. If there's one thing they tend to do right, they do that. Except for the Wii, which is probably why the Wii failed. Um,
Dang.
so with that being said, let's talk a little bit about not just about Nintendo, all companies. We're gonna talk about some of the worst and best launch games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being, and then Blues Corgan, feel free if you ever had any of these games at any point, please feel free to chip in.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
All right. Boost is
So
out.
let's start with the best. We'll start with the best. We'll get because I feel like the worst is going to be funner. Or the best.
Sure.
This is an article from PaceMagazine.com. It says here the 25 best launch games of all time. Number 25, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition on 3DS.
There you go.
That was a good game. Also, probably like the only game worth picking up on the 3DS at launch.
Yeah.
Number 24, Killer Instinct on Xbox One.
The people still play it
Yeah.
to this day.
Eh.
They keep giving out all those seasons for free on Xbox Live Gold if you wait long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Number 23, R-Type, which is a TurboGrafx 16 game. So I'm going to say right now, never played it.
Yep, nor have I.
Number 22, Duck Hunt on the NES.
It's a good choice.
Everybody's played that one. Yep.
It's a solid game.
Mm-hmm.
Number 21, Tekken Tag Tournament on PS2. That's one of my favorite Tekken games.
Mm.
Number 20. Why do I remember this game? Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn.
Because you're a Sega fan. Of course
You played as a dragon and you flew around. Yep.
Hey, there were
trying
some
to-
fanboys of that one.
Was they trying to
Be
copy
careful.
Spyro?
No, this is before Spyro, actually.
Oh, so they copied them and then been successful with it. Sony.
um,
Hey, now, that was Insomniac Games that did Spyro.
F-Zero
Just
on the
saying.
Super Nintendo. So there you go. F-Zero. Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. Good old Daytona. Super Dodgeball Advance. The Game Boy Advance. Apparently people love that game. Condemned Criminal Origins on Xbox 360. I remember
that was a
being,
good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. I did play that one.
We're
Scary
on
as
number-
hell. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That game
Number
freaked me out.
15. Number 15, Uncharted Golden Abyss on the Vita.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
That game gave us all very, very high hopes for the Vita.
Before they were all dashed.
Yep. Number 14, Time Splitters on PS2.
Never played it.
Good game.
What?
I've heard.
On the GameCube, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Leader.
Never played that one, but I played the first one. On 64.
What, did you like it?
Yeah, it's good for the time. I tried to play it again a little while ago. Definitely doesn't hold up too well, but
Sounds about right from that era.
Mhm.
There's some games that still hold up, but there's a lot of games from that era. This is like, man.
yeah.
Number 12, Luminous on the PlayStation Portable.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Number 11, Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. Man, I played the fuck out of that game.
The original Soul Calibur was a launch title? I did not know that.
Yep.
I'll be darned.
Number 10, now we're top 10. The Legendary Axe, another TurboGrafx game. Never played it. Resogun on PS4.
Yeah, a lot of people swear by that one.
Yep. For a while there, it was the best game we had.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
arguably. I
Arguably.
still say it's Killzone.
Number 8, Power Stone on the Dreamcast. I love that game too.
I don't think Killzone's even gonna make this list, I bet.
I doubt it. Number
Yep.
7, oh, this is an awesome one. Geometry Wars Retro Evolved on the Xbox 360.
Hmm.
I love that game. I still say it's better than Stardust. Number 6, Super Mario World on Super Nintendo.
I'm surprised that's not higher.
Number 5, Wii Sports.
Yeah, it had to be somewhere.
Yep. Number 4, Halo Combat Evolved.
Yes.
Yep.
Thing that saved the Xbox, pretty much.
Yeah, the thing that really kept them, like, made them the Xbox, really.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Super Mario 64.
Yep. One of, I believe there's only 2 launch games on the 64.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. So as bad as the Switch launch lineup is, folks, remember it was even worse
Yep.
back
Number
on the
2,
64.
yeah. Number 2, Super Mario Brothers. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And number 1, any guesses?
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii.
Boost, any guesses?
Wait, what?
As you can tell, Boost is on the edge of his seat during this
Yep.
segment.
Yep.
Do you have any guesses on what the number 1 launch game ever is, according to this list?
I don't even know. I don't know why. Sonic?
I'm gonna say that Boost guessed Madden.
Wait, what?
Sure. Why not?
Now, the number 1, according to this list, the number 1 launch game of all time is Tetris on the Game Boy, because that game helped sell the Game Boy like crazy.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Though Twilight
Yeah.
Princess definitely deserves a spot somewhere.
Maybe they
The
didn't
hell?
count it because of the cross-gen thing.
I guess. In that case, I guess you can't count Breath of the Wild either.
Mm. So
Sorry.
Bomberman R is going to take the cake.
Oh, of course.
So that's the best 25 launch games of all time, according to Pace Magazine. So thank you for typing that all out, so I didn't have to. Shit. Now, the top 10 worst video game launch titles ever. Number 10.
They go from 25 to 10. No.
Yes. This is from a website called Arcade Sushi. Number 10. Genji Days of Blade.
Yeah. We have our battles are on realistic Japanese battles in history. So here's a giant enemy crab. Yeah, famous one for that.
Number 9. Night Trap on Sega CD. This is that game that
now you're talking.
That choose your adventure game with a
I'll be right back.
Number 8. Perfect Dark Zero.
Ooh. Look, Perfect Dark Zero wasn't as good as the first one, no doubt, but I don't know if I'd throw it on the top 10 worst launch games. That's a little harsh. I definitely disagree with that one.
Number 7. Smurf Rescue in Gargamel's Castle.
I can't defend that one.
It was
I know nothing about it.
Was for the ColeCovision, which I've never even heard of.
The what?
The ColeCovision?
Are you sure you're not trying to say ColecoVision?
ColecoVision, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking too much of that infamous Cole. But
yeah.
ColecoVision, okay, yeah. I've heard of that.
Jesus, MK.
Number 6. Cameo, The Elements of Power on the Xbox 360.
Ooh. Damn, this one's harsh. I didn't think that Cameo game was that bad either. It wasn't great, but God, there's certainly worse ones.
I forget that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was actually a 360 launch game because it was like backwards compatible with it.
Oh, well. No.
So they just put an Xbox 360 box on it. Fuckers.
San Andreas.
Number 5, China Warrior on the TurboGrafx 16. It looks pretty bad.
Never heard of it.
Number 4, Sewer Shark on Sega CD.
Never heard of that one either. But can't
It
be
was a
that.
first-person shooter that tried to use pre-rendered backgrounds as a way to make gamers go, ooh.
Ah,
Yep.
smart.
Number 3, Donkey Kong Jr. Math on the NES.
Hmm. Never played it. Can't
Number
comment.
2, ooh, this is going to be a good one. Number 2, on the PlayStation, Street Fighter the movie.
Yes. Oh, that game. Just
Yep.
those real life character models just look
Yep.
so horrid.
And number 1, Marky Mark Make My Video on Sega CD.
Marky Mark, make my video.
Yep.
Are they trying to talk to Mark Wahlberg with that one or what?
I don't know. I'm going to actually go to a more recent list just because I want to see if there's anything different on here.
Ah, nonsense.
I'm sure there is because a lot of those games I haven't heard of. I'm pretty sure much of our listeners haven't either.
Oh, they freaking really screwed up on Perfect Dark Zero and or Cameo.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't play
Here
Cameo,
we
but I
go.
know more than a few people that said that game was really good. Or, well, not really good, but still pretty good for a launch game, anyway.
So this is from that same magazine or that same website that gave us the top 25 games.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Real quick. From Pace Magazine, 10 worst launch games. Marky Mark again makes
Make
makes
my
the list at
video.
number 10. This time it's number 10. Number 9 is
Ah.
Street Fighter the movie.
Ugh. Are they going in reverse?
Number 8 is Blue Stinger on the Dreamcast.
Ah, I've heard of that one. Actually, I never
Yeah.
played it, but I have heard of that one.
Number 7, Shrek on Xbox. Really, Shrek was bad.
I didn't even know they made a
Oh,
Shrek game.
yes. My friend Mr. Money would love this one. Number 6 on the PS3, Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire.
Oh, Mr. Money, what about me? Oh
Oh,
my
yeah, you'll
God.
love it too. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
I remember
Number
me and my
1.
buddy, me and my buddy Rob. We both bought that. We were like looking for a super cheap, just like fun. We're gonna get drunk and play a game kind of night.
Yep.
Found that game for like $8 one day on sale. Oh my God! If you want to play a game that's so horrendously bad it can evoke some small bit of entertainment, that's the one. You can it had like a multiplayer mode and you could like chop each other's like arms and legs off, so it's just like robots like hopping around on one foot.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
It's hysterical.
Number 5, Game Party Champions on Wii U.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be like a bootleg version
I
of that.
did.
Yeah,
I
that was
guess
terrible.
we party sort of thing.
Yeah. Number 4, Knack. Knack
Yes.
on PS4.
Yeah, that definitely deserves a spot. That game sucked. What the heck,
Nope.
Mark Cerny?
Mhm.
No offense
Number
to
3, another PS4, Xbox One generation game, Angry Birds Star Wars, apparently.
you. Well, I mean, it's Angry Birds. What were you expecting?
Number 2, Call of Duty Ghost on PS4.
Dang.
I really fucking hate that game. That's probably why Infinite Warfare, nobody even cared. Infinity Ward's like lost everybody's trust on Call of Duty Ghost.
Yeah.
Um,
But it had fish technology
no, I had dog technology.
and dog technology. Both of them. Remember, like, when he was like, oh, yeah, when you swim by the fishes, they, like, react to you. And all that stuff.
Number 1 on this list, The Fighter Within on Xbox One. It was a game. It was a Connect game.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing bits about that one. It looked pretty rough.
It's a more updated list there. So,
Yep.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was number 1?
That was number 1 on that list, yes.
Dang. Well, they didn't have freaking Perfect Dark Zero on there, so kudos to them for that one.
If you ask me, I'll just throw this out there. On the Sega Master System, when that came out.
Hmm.
Altered Beast was a launch game, and I do not understand why people like that game. That game fucking sucks. Throw that out there.
Oh, hard as
It-
balls to the
yeah,
point
it's
of
terrible.
ridiculousness.
Yep. So there you go.
Mhm.
That being said, that wraps up our podcast this week. Believe it or not.
Although I think Boost is actually currently indisposed at the moment.
No, he's here. He informed me how much time we've been doing this.
Oh,
um,
okay.
or at least the
Sorry about
camera
that,
guy
folks.
did. Yeah,
Ah,
cameraman
gotcha.
told me anyway. I don't know about Boost. With that being
Yeah, it
said,
has been going a little long.
we'll wrap this up. We'll quickly wrap this up. Corgan,
Mhm.
we'll just merge these together. Any final thoughts and any games you've been playing this week that you want to talk about?
Just like I said with Neo, I think I just finished it up for the most part. Really good game, and looking forward to next week and the rest of March for Horizon, Zelda, and Mass Effect. That's all.
Sounds perfect. Boost, any final words, any games you've been playing, so on and so forth.
I haven't been playing any games. Um, life has gotten harder, and we'll push through.
Put them down for 2K.
What? I
Nonsense.
haven't
You've
even
been
been playing any
nonsense. You've been
games.
nonsense. You've been getting beaten pool on iPhone.
Alright, you need to,
Oh,
yo, play right now. Why are you always stalling, man? Why are you always stalling? Like, come on, let's go.
mm.
Go.
All right,
Yeah,
You know
finish it
what?
up. Finish it up,
anyone
then
that
you
has
guys can
You
settle
know, how
this.
about this? I'll stream Hustle Kings. We out. Let's go. All of
Oh
us.
boy.
Let's go.
for anyone that has an iPhone, get that Game Pigeon app on your phone. It's pretty fun. Myself personally, I've been playing well that iPhone game. No, I've been trying to beat Gravity Rush 2. Um, I'm running low on
He's
time
really
to beat that
slow.
game for the Switch. I know, maybe slow. Um, Still hoping here. Me and Monty, by the way, just an update. We still haven't played our game of Madden for Life of Black
Mm.
Tiger. We're working on that though. That will
Oh
also,
God, I can't wait to see who loses that if
yeah,
they actually buy a
when
Life
we
of
do
Black
that,
Tiger.
that will be live streamed and we will upload it on YouTube after the game is done. Um, yeah, loser has to buy Life of Black Tiger. So,
Hmm.
and they have to upload a video on the YouTube channel of them playing it, so you'll know
Yep.
it's done. And for context, there is no demo of that game, so
Not
um,
that you really need one. Once you see
yeah.
that
But
trailer, it'll tell you
if you
all
see
about it.
gameplay footage of that game on our YouTube channel, you'll know who lost and who won.
Yep.
With that being said, I'm excited for Horizon, even though I'm not getting it right now, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Zelda and the Switch, and we'll see what happens. Um, we'll come at you next Sunday. Hopefully, I have an update on the iTunes thing for you. I'm not going to make any promises. Um, yeah, going to go ahead and just wrap this up. So, again, this has been episode 31 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central podcast. We're going to be coming at you every week. We record it on Sundays, try to have it posted by Mondays, sometimes the day after, sometimes the day after. Who knows? But it'll be there. Yeah, subscribe to us on whatever podcast service you use. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. See if we can get 1,000 subscribers. We're at 700 and something right now. See if we can get that up to 1,000. And
Hmm.
yeah, thank you for listening. Goodbye, Corgan. Goodbye, Boost. Goodbye, cameraman. Mr. Money, when are you going to come on the podcast? The fans have been waiting for 2 years. When are you coming?
2 years.
Jay, I mean, I'm sure he'll be around whenever he comes back around. And Monty, well, I hope you got your money set aside for that Life of Black Tiger.
Ooh,
That's
talking crap. Talking
that's
crap.
right. That's right. We'll see you next week with Horizon, with Zelda, with the Switch maybe, with the Wii U, and
The
whatever
Wii
else
U?
news. Yeah, because Corgan's
I'm
gonna
just
get
kidding.
Zelda on the Wii
Yep.
U, and yeah,
Hmm.
and whatever else news. We're out of here. Cut off the feed,
Goodbye.
Boost. Monty, you're lonely and you suck. Good.
Poop.
Oh, oh my God.